we go. Well, let's get to it. Oh, hold on. One more thing. I forgot about this. Man, that sun is right in my face. It's beating me up. All right. I hope that don't fall. All right, everyone. Welcome to the show. We're trying something different today. The sun is beating us up. I say beating us up. I mean the sun is beating us up. But we're not going to let that stop us. Let's get ready to get this done. We're trying something different today. Yesterday I was showing what it's like with the light on. Me and my minister hat. All right, let's get to it. I said, let's get to it. We're a little thrown off today. Hope that's the right one. Let's go.
All right, everybody. Minister BROTHADERRICK here. I just want to do this real quick. It's 4:39. Let's go ahead and get it. Let's just go ahead and get this. I'm going to drop it for you. Stop, look, and listen. Please stop resisting. It's a new day. Let's try a new way. Jesus put an offer on the table. And everyone out there is now able to come home. But God in your heart. You're never alone. If you believe me, you don't need that weed. Give Jesus a hug and put down the drugs. The victory over death is already won. So why are you picking up that gun if your spirit is activating the effect? Why do you need that alcoholic drink? Because the devil tells you, he fools you, he fools you. But the minister is here to school you. I'm here to preach. I'm here to teach. And it's you I'm trying to reach through this song that I compose. When Jesus comes back, only God knows. Are you ready or are you sitting heavy? Are you ready or are you sitting heavy? You won't be if you follow me. Are you in there? Oh God, what can I say about you? You still love us sinners and you offer your grace for free. I'm not worthy, but you still search me out of a life of sin. And with Jesus' help, I know I can win. I love serving my Lord. He opens the door to a relationship with God. This is the only way in. In the name of Jesus, I always pray and I lay myself as a footstool for the lost demons. I know that it's not true to be a believer, but I'm not with my soul in the hands of the deceiver. I'm a wicked devil who bring a big trouble. Put my desires on ice and no reason. Paradise, a day with no pain, no stress. You gave me the way, and now I'm blessed. You can test me, let the devil stress me. But baby, hell is one place I don't want to see. So stop, look, and listen. Please stop resisting. It's a new day. Let's try a new way. Are you ready or are you sitting heavy? Stop, look, and listen. Please stop resisting. It's a new day. Let's try a new way. Minister BROTHADERRICK.
I'm doing a nice little text.
I hope y'all enjoyed this. Peace, everyone.
Sun's coming in. Doors wide open. And the sun is set on our side. Can you still see the screen? Sun is right on the camera. microphone back here. Hey man, microphone was on the phone. Hold on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're using the Pixel 3. I don't know how the microphone is on there. I don't know how it's going to deal with the two solos.
Welcome to the Minister Brother Derrick Show, and I am Minister Brother Derrick. I just want to say that I love Jesus, and that's the title of this song. I love you, Jesus. We'll follow you wherever you lead us.
I love you, Jesus.
I love you, Jesus. Let the devil deceive us.
I love you, Jesus.
Can't get enough.
Hey.
I love my Jesus. But people say to keep it real. But here's the deal. If you're not saved, you're messing up. If you're not born again, your future is in doubt. Your body wasn't made to last. When time comes, it will be reduced to ash. Your flesh will rot, but your life will last. You know your soul will go on forever. So you better realize that you need God, or you will be surprised. Of a pain, of a flame that never goes out. The pits of hell, when they get swallowed up, there's no release. Not for a moment of peace. The agony and pride never cease. There's someone in the background singing, burn, baby, burn. This isn't normal. Burn, baby, burn. That shit is burn, no.
You know you wrong for that.
If Jesus come back and find you back, no one knows the time of day. But if you follow the word, it won't matter anyway. Because in heaven, no one will ever be sick or shed a tear. wherever you lead us. I love you, Jesus. Don't let that devil deceive us.
I love you, Jesus.
If you think that witnessing to your neighbors is weird, think of foreign spiritual distractions. So I love fear. Nations of people who don't know God, only miserable conscience like a pebble of salt. Most Americans believe in one Lord, one superior being. Christians should be scorn of souls by the million, but we spend our time fulfilling the desires of our flesh. We won't give Jesus our best effort, but we ask for blessings that we don't deserve. And you wonder why our prayers are not heard. In church, you put down those who really admire. You know you have a desire to make that easy money. Drive the fancy cars. You feel like a star. When you enter the bars and clubs, deep down your spirit isn't for God or his ways. So why should anybody listen to a darn thing you say? I love you, Jesus. Calling you wherever you lead us.
I love you, Jesus.
I love you, Jesus. Don't let the devil deceive us.
I love you, Jesus.
I love you, Jesus. We'll follow you wherever you lead us.
I love you, Jesus.
Let the Holy Spirit lead us. And one more time. I love you, Jesus. All right, y'all, let's get to the Bible study. The minister, Brother Darsh, yo. Let's get it.
Well, let's get it. Well, welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. I say it again. I said, welcome to the show. We trying something different today, and it's going to backfire. I know it is, but it is what it is. So it's not there, huh? Okay. My bad. We have to find it. We're using the projector again, and we're using a cell phone. We're using the Pixel 3. I hope it hold up, because y'all remember we used to do our live streams with it. It would overheat. So I'm giving it a chance today and see how I do. We're giving it a chance, but you know, this is new. Group Disciple. Who the heck is that? I know about the disciple, but who's the group disciple? Uh-oh, the arrow's not working. Come on now. Okay, we can do it now. This is what I want to look at. I'd rather it be full screen. Let's do this thing. Save image. Alright. Now close that. Come back to downloads. See, I used to be on the OBS. This is different. So open. It's still small. Trial and error here. Is that any better? I want y'all to take a look. This is from Isaiah, and we're going to go look at it in a second. But I want to speak on it for a minute before we even go see what somebody else got to say. I want to speak on it. I was thinking about what's been happening to me over the past month. And I realized that I've been getting attacked. But the stuff that I'm getting attacked with and about, when I look at other people, it seems small. And human beings are selfish. And we tend to think to worry about what affects us directly. We really don't care about other people. But I was thinking about the stuff that I'm worried about, and not really worried about, but it's just in the back of my mind. I notice everything that we order come late now, or don't come at all, or go to the wrong place. I've gone out 4 days in a row and had to go through both of these buildings to find my packages. We still getting text messages from FedEx about David's kitty litter. It got delivered to the wrong address. Now her food has been delivered to the wrong address. So I run through this building looking for her food and looking for her kitty litter, and they ain't even been delivered here. They've been delivered some other place. For some reason, the shippers, the sellers, are putting the tracking number on me, but not on the product. But they small. Her food was $20. Her kitty litter was $10. We both have got the refund on the kitty litter. It been almost a week. Still ain't popped up. The food, the guy said that he was going to reship it and give me a new tracking number. It's been 2 days. I asked him about it. He gonna tell me I'll get it on the next work day. No, man, you need to handle this now. You ain't have no problem taking my money. But you want to take your time making sure that I get the product that I bought from you. Now, I can take Bessie and go buy her some food if she need it. She don't need it. She got a quarter bag over there. You seen that big bowl she got full right there? She don't need it. I was buying her extra. The kitty litter, she still got kitty litter in there. She don't need it. I ordered her a second bowl. Y'all saw that big silver bowl I got her. I ordered her a second one. Because those little dishes, she was just eating the food for some reason. She was killing the dishes, and I was having to refill them every day, every other day. So I said, well, I'll get her a big bowl. And she also was moving it. For some reason, she liked to move the dishes around, and she almost knocked the water over onto the router. I'm glad I got those big, heavy silver, dish bowls now. Because I don't know why, for some reason, it's not enough to eat the food. She got to take her paw and move everything around, take food out, put it on the floor, and then push the food around the floor, and then eat it. Making a mess. For some reason, she's in the litter box, kicking the litter out the box on the floor, and then walking it through the house. I have to keep going and sweeping behind her. Small things, but manageable. And I was wondering, what about the people who have real problems? Problems that are not easily managed. And I came across this verse. And it's from God himself. It says, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And I started thinking about my life and the things that have happened to me. And I realized that phrase is correct. No weapon formed against me will prosper. When something comes my way, I automatically start creating and coming up with ways to go around it, to go over it, to go under it, or to just blast straight through it. No weapon formed against me will prosper for very long. I will always rebound. Why will I rebound? Because I'm a child of God. That's why. And anything that any demon or human do to me, it won't prosper. It might slow me down. It might knock me off track, but only I can stop me. I can only let something else prosper against me. If I'm an alcoholic, the demons can throw as much liquor as they want at me. I got to drink it. If I'm a drug addict, the drug boys can give me as many free samples as they want to. But I got to use it. If I'm a serial cheater, the women can throw their bodies at me as much as they want. But I got to allow them in. There is no weapon that can prosper against a child of God. You have to help. I always tell you, evil needs help. That's why it's so nice in the beginning. It needs you to accept it so that it can become status quo. If you reject it, it has no power. You cut it off the moment you notice it. If you allow it to creep in, to nice its way in, to wiggle its way into your life, sooner or later, it's going to start bringing you down. And once you start going down, other evil comes in. The Bible says that when a man gets rid of his demon, it comes back with 7 more. You don't believe me? Go into a chat and let somebody come in there say something negative, and you dismiss that person. See how many other people come behind saying the same thing. Evil needs to be accepted so it can recruit. So that when somebody notices it and stands up, it's got the recruits to talk that person down, to embarrass that person down, to shame that person down so that nobody opposes it. Evil hates to be opposed. But if you keep it at bay, if you ignore it, You don't let it put obstacles in front of you, because it will. It can't prosper unless you help it. You have to give up. You have to give in. When you feel that way, that things are too hard, when you feel that things are out of your control, do you come to Jesus? And through Jesus, do you ask God, help me? I'm feeling weak right now. I'm feeling overrun. I feel like everybody's against me. I need some help. Do you do that? Or do you just let the evil run you over? When you let the evil start to rule your life, instead of letting the will of God rule your life, that's when weapons start to prosper against you. Somebody hitting you with something and somebody taking you over is many different things. If it's a thunderstorm and it's lightning, if you out there naked and the lightning strike, it might hit you. But if you come inside, the lightning can't do nothing to you. It can try to hit the window, it can try to hit the door, but if you're inside, and most places are shielded from lightning strikes, it can't do nothing to you. But if you let somebody entice you into wandering out into it, like the voice in your head, like your friends, your neighbors, your family, they coax you to come outside in it. Come be with us out here in the lightning storm. Then they can hit you. But see, you have to help it. When you safe in the house, they can't do nothing to you. It can threaten, knock down trees. It can't do nothing to you. You in a nice insulated building. All they can do is just blow and rain and just strike. But you have to go outside. When you are enticed by evil to come, that's when the weapons start to prosper. As long as you stick to God and what He wants you to do, the weapons can't do nothing. Y'all remember the story about the 3 little pigs? The wolf was able to blow down the first 2 houses. One was made out of straw. One was made out of sticks and twigs. But the third little piggy, his house was made out of brick. He could blow and blow and blow. It wasn't nothing he could do. The wolf couldn't eat that pig. He couldn't prosper. Now, if the pig listened to the voice in his head and said, well, let me go out there to him. If he let friends tell him, hey, you're nice and safe in there, why don't you come on out? Then he has opened himself up to be attacked by evil. And he's going to get attacked. But as long as you keep that wall, keep that armor, keep that shield of God around you, try as it might, evil can't prosper. Try as it might. You know, I knew January was going to be a tough month, but it wasn't. I knew February was going to be tough. It wasn't. it wasn't until March. But I knew that my rent was going to go up. There was a chance that I would lose my food stipend. But I started getting ready. I actually started getting ready. I knew it was coming, but I started getting ready. In the back of my mind, I was like, what are you worried about? But I started getting ready. And now we starting to see the effects of me not trusting in God. Because we had a chance to get 2 5G phones at a good price. But because they came on sale toward the end of the month, I didn't get them. Because I was waiting for the boom to be lowered. And I didn't want to get caught. But the boom didn't get lowered. Yes, my rent went up $36, so what? I got an $87 raise. I was able to go January, February, and March. But now, they taking $36 of that $87. Okay. The food stipend, I've been told that I was going to drop down to under $20. I found out that person was lying. We only dropped $30. Actually, we dropped $50, but we got $21 in cash, which you never got before. So that cash been on that card and we ain't touched it. Been on that card for 7 days. We haven't touched it. What the hell was I worried about? I was guilty. So now, every time we go out and do the mobile live, the phone freezes. On our last mobile live, it froze 3 different times. I knew the phone was going up. But I allowed the voice in my head to say, hey, you better be ready because you about to get hit. I didn't believe. And I ought to be ashamed of myself. Now these are small things, but now when we do the mobile lives, in the back of my mind, I gotta wonder, when's the phone gonna freeze? Instead of worrying about being safe, instead of worrying about the potholes that might throw me on the ground, instead of worrying about, the DUI drivers that might kill me, I got to worry about, is the phone gonna freeze up or cut off? Why? Because I didn't replace it when I had the chance. It wasn't about the money. But I didn't know when the axe was going to drop. And I didn't want to get caught having a brand new phone and not having none either. But I should have had faith. So now every time we go out, we got to worry about, is the phone going to cut off? Is the phone going to freeze? How long is it going to take me to notice? I'm not riding safe in the car. I'm out there on an electric bike. So next month, regardless, or whether a phone is on sale or not. Now, I got the money stashed. All we gotta do is hit the bank and then hit 7-Eleven, hop right on the bike, and go. But right now, I'm not spending more than $200, and I ain't changing my money. I ain't spending no more than $200 on the phone. Some of you would say, well, you want a 5G phone. Well, yeah. Well, they have a 5G phone for $150 right now, but I don't want that. I could get it, but I don't want it. Because what's going to happen is, the 3 that I do want, one of them going to come on sale, and then I'm going to wind up buying 2 phones. I don't need 2 5G phones. What am I going to do with 2 5G phones? I only talk to the doctors and the healthcare company. So what do I need 2 phones for? Oh, and security that's downstairs. If I call them and ask them about it, did the mailman come or something? Why do I need 2 phones? 2 5G phones? I got an Obama phone that don't cost nothing. I don't even know if I can get 5G with that SIM card. The other phone has unlimited hotspot. Unless you got an iPhone, you can only hook up one device, but still, it got unlimited hotspot. So that means that if I wanted to do the live, I could bring another phone and run it off the hotspot when we go out now. Because I don't trust the data output from the Obama phone, I have that on the hotspot. So what I need another phone for? We leave out of here with 3 phones. We got the Pixel 8, we got the Samsung S8, we got the Samsung A03s. We leave out of here with 3 phones. What I need to know? We literally leave the house every day with 3 phones. Why do I need to know? But if I buy the cheap one, and like I said, it'll work for now, but with the upgrades, because Verizon is lagging in its 5G network. T-Mobile and AT&T is far ahead. You can Google that. That phone is only going to pick up the old 5G. It's not going to pick up the C-band that Verizon is working on. It's not going to pick up the WCCB band that Verizon is working on. So when they finish those bands later on in the year, my new phone is going to seem slow. And it's going to irk me. It's going to bug me, and we're going to wind up buying another phone. So why do it? Why do it? It doesn't make sense. Because see, the evil gonna keep picking at me. Well, you should go ahead and get the phone. You're missing out. Your live streams be a lot smoother if you was on the 5G. And I'm like, hey, shut up. Take it to Jesus. I know if I buy this phone, a month or 2 later, I'm going to be buying another. And I don't need to. I need to be patient and wait. The deal is coming. It came before. It's going to come again. The new phone that we just got, I call it new, but it's 2 months old now. They came up with something new. If you buy a phone from them, you have to wait 2 months before you can unlock it. So we have that chip in the new Samsung right now. But when we get the 5G phone, the SIM card is coming out of this new Samsung, and we putting the Obama chip in it. the reason that we had to, well, I got tricked because they said this phone was 5G, and I made them change it. We thought we was getting a 5G phone, and we got a 4G phone, but we already had it. And I wish I would have sent it back, but I didn't. Now, before Christmas, I probably will have 2 5G phones, but it'll be because I decide I want it, not because I have to. That's the difference. If I like it and say, hey, well, maybe I'll make the Obama phone and find out if that does 5G, then maybe I'll get the Obama phone. Get the Obama chip. Maybe I'll get the cheaper one for the Obama chip, but I want to test it out first. The same way I did with the projectors. I went through each step. We started out with the cheap Chinese one last June. We didn't like it. We went and we got a better cheap Chinese one. But then when I was watching the guy, Kenneth Burns, and he was talking about get a office projector instead of spending all that money, and I did. And even though the lens was messed up, I could tell the quality difference, and I was hooked. I like to buy things in tubes because I figured one was going to be messed up, and it was. So we had bought 2. So I was able to use the other one and wait for the lady to send a replacement. By the time she sent the replacement, I had gone from 1024 to 1280. We had moved up. Now I'm satisfied with the 1280, but I know for Christmas I'm probably going to do 4 HD. But that's because I want to do it. I don't need to do it. Technically, I don't have to buy one for the next 3 years. But see, I'm not letting that voice in my head tell me, well, you found out that you can get one that do 1280 for cheap. Now try to get 1920. If I follow that, then it'd be like, okay, well, you got the 1920, but you don't have 2K. So you have to get 2569. Okay, well, you got the 2560, but you still ain't done, because now, you're going to have to get a 3840. You're going to have to get the 4K. This is what happens when you let evil in the door. It don't let you rest. You never get to rest. Evil wants you always getting more. And then you turn around. And that's when you get nailed. Something come out the blue and mess your whole life up. Whether it's a sickness, whether it's a financial problem, something always come out the blue. And that's what evil does. It gets you to focus on stuff that's not important. So that when something important happens in your life, you ain't ready for it. So now you got to start doing things you don't want to do. That's how evil works. I'm going to tell y'all something. If you're going to get an ultra short throw projector, trying to get it set up the way you want it perfectly on the screen is not easy. Man. I thought I had it straight. I just looked up at the picture. It got a little curve in it. If you look on YouTube and set it by that, if you go to Amazon, it's different. If you set it to Amazon and then you go to eBay, it's different. And then if you go to Netflix, then it's different. It's like, man, Every time I turn around, it's different. It's nearly impossible to have it perfect for everything you tend to. But when you put it full screen, don't none of that matter. That's a good thing. You watch something in full screen, and none of them imperfections don't matter. But it's when you actually, browsing, that's when you notice it. But that's something that came to mind. But like I say, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. God says that. Not me. God says that. No weapon against you shall prosper. Since it's in Isaiah, we know that this was around the time of the Babylonians besieging the Israelites, Judah and Jerusalem. Jesus and God basically gave up on the Israelites and said, hey, you don't want to listen to us? We're going to go ahead and let the enemy do what they want to do. So they allowed the evil to come beat them up. Take them over, enslave them, whatever you want to call it. One of the Pharisees, one of the priests from that day, they said to Jesus, we've never been enslaved. I don't think people understand, I don't think he understood what slavery meant. Because the Babylonians and the Romans allowed them to have their own leaders. They didn't see themselves as being enslaved. But that's like somebody that was enslaved, say, in Virginia in the 1800s. Saying to somebody who was bought by the Arabs, you was a slave, I wasn't a slave. They cut your penis off before you even set foot in their land. They wouldn't let you marry or procreate. We were allowed to live and, run the inside of our households as men. You weren't allowed to do anything. We was allowed to have children and get married and have sex. You wasn't. So we were never slaves. We were inhibited on what we could do, but we weren't slaves. The person that told us what to do most of the time was somebody that looked like us. They would have a foreman to run the fields. Now, the men would come on the horses and whip us, be smart every once in a while, but, unless we did something wrong, they didn't say much to us. But you got run like a dog. So even though the Israelites were taken over by the Babylonians and then the Romans, they felt they weren't enslaved because they had a ruler that looked like them. Their ruler could go to the Roman officers and speak on their behalf. They don't feel they were slaves. Well, they were slaves. That's why I'm sure Jesus looked at them like they were pure retards. Like what? You actually said that out your mouth? Yeah, we ain't never been slaves. No, we've never been in chains. We've never been enslaved. Really? That's like kids in the school saying, we have our own counsel. The principal doesn't tell us to do anything. We got an issue, we go to the council and get it dealt with. Well, the council can't do anything unless the principal allows it. So you under the principal. Well, no, I'm not. We're not under any principal. We have a council. That's just somebody who, once again, let the evil tell them to say something stupid, and they try to keep saying it over and over again. They try to make it into a truth. When you have on the weapon, the armor, the shield, the force field of God, and your Holy Spirit is activated, no weapon can hurt you. But if you're not connected to God, your Holy Spirit is not activated, you don't have a relationship with Jesus, so you can have a relationship with God, this don't apply to you. Let's keep it simple. This don't apply to you. And you'll find yourself making up excuses like, well, I wasn't really enslaved, I was able to have a wife and I was able to have children and, and they could be sold, of course, but, I was able, so I'm not a slave. You was a slave. Nah, you're both are slaves. But you want to let evil get in your head and tell you that you're not something you are. I remember being young, and I was playing on the playground, and some snooty kids came, and the parents wouldn't talk to the other parents. For some reason, the kids wanted to come to that playground. And this light-skinned girl almost got beat up. You know why? Because she said, I got good hair. I'm not black. I'm not ends like y'all is. She was about to get her butt kicked. Parents got her up out of there. What will make her say something that stupid? The demonic voice in her head told her to say something that stupid. Yeah, you better than them. Because you got good hair. Because your skin lighter than everybody else's. You better than them. When somebody listening to the voice in their head and make them say something that's stupid, do you really believe this applies to them? You really think God is going to back that person who's going to look out for him? I'm just asking a question. These are questions you got to ask yourself. The biggest battle is not against evil itself. The biggest battle is the battle inside your head. That's your biggest fight. Fighting yourself. Long as you following the will of God, can't nobody do nothing to you. And if they do something to you, it won't last. I remember being young, used to hang with the neighbor next door. He was a cool dude. He got into a problem with the bully. We all told him, hey man, just take it easy, man. He bullied all of us. Just don't pay no mind. Do what you gotta do and don't pay him no mind. He's like, nah, I'm gonna go get him. And we told him, leave the bully alone. This idiot goes to school next day and jump on the bully and get beat up. And we sat there and told him, hey, man, just let it go. 2 days later, he came back, got in the bully face again, and got beat up. We told him, hey, look, man, you ain't gonna win this. He got his parents to go teach him, take him to karate school. He went for a few classes. A month later, he challenged the bully again, and guess what? He got beat up. He didn't get beat up because God wasn't with him, and he wasn't, but he got beat up because he opened the door for evil. He opened the door for evil. Hey, Dave. He opened the door. He kept going to the bully. The bully didn't come to him. He kept going to the bully. Each time he went, he got beat up. Every time the Israelites went to fight without God, what happened? They got beat up. God not going to send you nowhere to lose. The Israelites realized that when Joshua took over for Moses. And they went to go take on a city. And the seers said, God said, wait until I tell you to move. Well, they went on and snuck out and snuck into the place and made a deal with a known woman there. And God told them, when I send you somewhere, I need you to kill everything. I don't want you to bring nothing back that's going to turn you away from me. I don't want you to pick up the people's evil. I'm replacing you with them. So why do I want you to bring them and allow them to come bring that same stupid stuff that I chose you to get rid of? Why is one of the biggest things in the new world idols? Idols come from other people, cultures, and religions. God said, I don't want you to idolize nothing. Don't idolize no other man. Don't idolize no mountain. Don't idolize no tree. Don't idolize no elephant, no lion. Yet, to this day, people still idolize these things. Don't mark your body. Don't put no tattoos. This is my body. I gave it to you. Your body don't belong to you. It belongs to me. So why are you going to mark it up? Yep, we still do it, don't we? We still do it, don't we? People that got tattoos were considered the scourge of the earth. Now everybody wants a tattoo. How that possible? How is that possible? Because somebody popular got one, and everybody wanted to be popular. And so now everybody want a tattoo. The same way they came out with a new season of Making the Cut, you know, spinoff of a Project Runway. New spinoff. In the first minute of the episode, they showing two men kissing. The first episode, the first minute of the first episode. They're not even waiting to break out the fruitiness. They trying to shove that down your daggone throat. Now you know one of the hosts, Tim Gunn, and I like Tim Talks. I like when he come in there and he talks to the dressers and tell them what the hell they doing. I like that. But would I sit around him? No. Would I hang with him? No. But the first minute, I kid you not, go look. They don't see it, they don't see it. I had to turn it off. I said, God darn. They were coming in from the daggone airport, and they got two men. Nobody want to see that. Keep that on the download. But see, the evil wants you to get used to it. It wants you to accept it. It's going to shove it down your throat. It's going to shove it down your throat. They don't have no problem. All they got to do is make the daggone clothes. And put them on the models and have them go down the runway. That's the show. Don't nobody care about what you do in your private life. I don't care about you Fruit Loops. You don't care about other people in the street. Why should we care about you? You keep throwing it. Look at me. Look at me. Hey, nobody wants to see that. Keep that in your own circle. But no, you got to keep throwing it in everybody's face. It's no different than a minority going into a bar known to be the home of Aryans and going in there, hey, I'm a minority and you can't do nothing. Hey, look at me, I'm drinking with you. Hey, look at me. Yeah, you just want to pop them. You're here, fit in, or just sit there and drink your drink. Why you got to come and just dance around, just show me, hey, with some chopsticks? Hey, you know what I'm saying? God is not going to tell you to do that. But evil will. And when some of the people in the bar get mad and get up and bust you in your head, you want to go blame God. Oh, you didn't protect me. God didn't tell you to go in there and act a daggone fool. You listen to that voice in your head. How come that voice in your head didn't protect you? I'm just asking the question. When you are linked to Jesus Christ and you invite him in your life and allow him to take it over, that opens the pathway to a connection with God. If you can do that and can continue on the path and stop putting what you want to do first, what your neighbors want you to do, what your boyfriend or girlfriend wants you to do, what your kids want you to do, what your boss wants you to do, what your lawmakers want you to do. When you start doing what Jesus and God want you to do and put everybody else wants to the side, then you can say, this applies to me. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. If you ain't doing that, this don't apply to you. So don't tell me why your life going wrong. I already know. Don't tell me why things never work out for you. I already know. You ain't linked up. It ain't gonna never go right. Even when you're doing well, something around the corner, they come knock you down. How many people you know? You see them one month, they on top of the world. You see them a couple months later, they're at the bottom. You see them again, they're at the top of the world. You see them again, they're at the bottom. They're not consistent. They are not consistent. Say what you want to say about Brother Derrick. The one thing you can't say, that I ain't been consistent. Whether I'm up, whether I'm down, I've been consistent. Go look over all the videos. Consistent. Even if you don't see me for a week, when I come back, consistent. No big problems. No big issues. Right there smiling. Because no weapon will prosper. I'm looking at the chat right now. It's only one person. Dave said, yo, I'm still doing the show. Well, why would you do the show if ain't nobody here? I'm consistent. The people that's not here, they're inconsistent. If they were consistent, they'd be here too, wouldn't they? But before somebody says, that's why there ain't nobody here. I'm here. And I'm consistent. I'm constant. The people that hold this world together are those that are stable and constant. Because if there weren't those that were stable and constant, the ones that's up and down will self-destruct. They don't have nobody to come to. If everybody was all messed up, who would you come to for help? I'm not going to ask you, you got a bigger problem than I got. You can't tell me what to do. If I'm a young couple that's been married for 2 years and we having problems, I'm going to go to the couple that's been married for 30 years. I'm not going to ask somebody that's single, hey, I'm having problems. Can you help me? Person that's single can't relate to being married. How can they help you? But you go there, you ask your friends, you ask the old dried up ladies nobody won't. All they can do is teach you how to be old dried up ladies. But you go to them and listen to them. Don't you? Let's see what some other people might say on this topic. I told you what I thought. There we go. Now it's working. Oop. What's that there? All right. Here we go. Normally, y'all don't see this. All right, go scroll. I can hide it on the OBS. Isaiah 54:15-17. Oops. Behold, they shall surely gather together, but not by me. Hold on. Behold, they shall surely gather together. Who? Your enemies. People who love evil will surely gather together, But God is saying, they ain't sent by me. Whoever shall gather together against thee shall fall for thy sake. So whoever shall gather together against a child of God, they will fall for your sake. God will stymie whatever they're trying to do. God continued. He said, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. Let's back up again. See, we don't just read, we break it down as we go. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. Those of y'all that know from the old days, you used to light the coals and you had that little thing, an accordion-like thing, and you would blow it and you would make the fire get hotter. I think that's what a smith was, or the person that does it. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. That's what I'm looking at here. It's coming to me. God says he created that. He created the coals. He created the fire. And he says, and they bringeth forth an instrument for his work. So it is referring to the person. So God is saying, I created the person. I created his weapons, his tools. And he says, I have created the waster to destroy. Now this puzzles me a minute. God says, I have created the waster to destroy. What does God mean? There's two ways to take this. What I'm thinking is, God is saying, I created the person that's coming against you. What I created is being misused, but I created it. And since whatever they're using, the idea or the instrument was one of the things I had created, it cannot prosper against my chosen. I won't let it. Anybody got a comment on that statement? Anybody want to challenge me on that? Because somebody could take it to say that God created somebody to destroy the people who might want to hurt you. But I'm taking this as God is saying, I also created the evil people that's coming against you. They're not with me. They're not following me. They're not doing my will. But I created them just the same. And because I created them and the things that they have trying to use against you creatively, it all comes from me. And so I'm not going to let them destroy you. It's not going to happen. So God says he has created the waster to destroy. Because of that, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. A lot of people don't understand what that means. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. Meaning, how is it that 50 Cent was shot 9 times and still alive today. It wasn't his time to go. If God wanted him to go, he'd be dead. Because I've seen people get shot one time and die. How somebody survive 9 shots? Some people have been shot 20 times and stuff. Some people have been stabbed 80 times and still alive. If God ain't okay with you going, you ain't going. Sometimes people have to go. Judas Iscariot, he had to go. Jesus had to die on the cross. He had to go. God made that decision, not man. You can try to kill somebody 10 times. If they ain't that time to go, they're not going. God's telling you right now, if I got a problem, you ain't dying. If you're not with me, or if you're not serving the purpose, how many kings people try to kill and survive? How many leaders? Like President Reagan, how his old butt survived getting shot? I think 2 of the people that was with him had to learn their name and learn everything all over again, but his old butt wasn't a mark on him. How that possible? That's the one person that should have got shot in the day on head. They should have been like, oh. But apparently he was doing a decent enough job that God said, hey, the person that will replace him will be even worse. So let him live. How many times you think Saddam Hussein, people probably tried to assassinate him? Noriega, Sun King Moon. If the next person is going to be worse, God will allow them to hang around. How many of you got bosses that you think are pure idiots? How the heck? He drives us so hard. He's so hard on us. You think God don't know that? But some of you so hard-headed, you need somebody like that, or you won't prosper. Somebody give you some slack, you take a mile. Yeah, I know I'm late. I'm 10 minutes late today, boss. Next week, you'll be an hour late. Week after that, you won't show up at all, but still come on paycheck day. Sometimes you gotta have a idiot at the boss. If there are people doing the will of God that work there and depend on that income, God will protect their business. God will protect that owner, that supervisor. You know you work for people, you say, I don't know how the heck this person is in this situation. The reason you're not in that situation, you couldn't do what he do. You couldn't keep everybody there on time, working, making a profit. Everybody, you was running it. Everybody be smoking weed and drinking and partying. No work never get done. Everybody wanted them homeless. Sometimes you gotta keep. What we used to call them back in the day, slave drivers. Slave driver bosses technically are the best bosses. AEW is backed by Went. Tony Khan. His father was a billionaire. he don't make a tenth of the money that the slave driver Vince McMahon make. A lot of people that's with Tony Khan got kicked to the curb by Vince McMahon and WWE. He got so many of their rejects. How do you expect to beat the king with rejects? I ain't following basketball, but how do you expect to be the champion if you go recruit from the high school? You recruit from college. Because you know the discipline is going to be reinforced in the college. That's why they get the players from the college. Every once in a while, you might see somebody come out of high school, but they don't do too well because they haven't done the discipline of going through the college system. The college system is a preparation to move on. Every once in a while, somebody try to skip college. They normally don't do too well in their personal life, and they don't translate to the court. Same thing with life. You got people that want to be the boss, but can't. You got people that want to be in charge, but they can't. And when they do get in charge, they mess everything up. We thought you was going to make things better. It's worse. What are you doing? We ain't making no money now. Yeah, but I'm not hollering at you. I'm not penalizing you for being late. I'm not getting on you for not making your quota. We ain't making no money. Sometimes you gotta have that idiot there. And sometimes God will protect that idiot. To protect his people. People don't understand that. A lot of times you be wishing bad things on your boss, not realizing that God looking at you like, I can't let you do it. So shut up. God continues, he says, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn. Let's look at that. Hold on. Every tongue that shall rise against you in judgment, you should condemn. No weapon that is formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn. So God is telling you to do the one thing that evil hates the most. To be condemned, to be ignored, to be thrown to the side. Why worry about them? Why give them any credence in what they say? Why give them any relevance? They cannot prosper against you as long as you're doing the will of God. When you're not doing the will of God, it's a whole different ballgame. I'm trying to keep it simple. How many of y'all got somebody that's saying something bad about you right now? Don't pay no mind. Don't even speak it. Let God handle it. That's the hardest thing. Let God handle it. I told you earlier, about the neighbor that kept challenging the bully. Well, guess what happened to the bully? He got suspended. The real suspension. The suspension where he could not go to any Baltimore City public school. I forget the word they use. I think it's all with the E. But he got suspended from all Baltimore City schools. His parents had to put him in private school, and he went there and started beating up the private school kids. He was the nun's problem now. If the neighbor had waited for God to come and deal with him, instead of him trying to do God's job and deal with him himself, he wouldn't have got beaten like he was beaten. But here's the real kicker. When the bully left, this neighbor became the bully, the new bully. So once again, I say to you, don't listen to your fellow man. Put all your hopes, dreams, and faith into God. Because one thing you find, people who are not connected to God, that allow evil in their life, sooner or later, they become that evil. They say that most serial child molesters were themselves molested. When that serial molester was a child, I'm sure he wished that God would do something so that molester would stop molesting them, but then they grow up to be the molester. When I used to be in the road sector, I was always amazed by how many people will be in the chat talking about, I don't understand why you do this. I don't understand why you always jumping on everybody. A year later, they got their own channel where they're doing the same thing that was blasting the person a year ago for doing. How many people got their own channels now? Who, when they first came in, was like, this is crazy how y'all acting here. And they got their own channel now. Don't y'all find that strange? When you allow evil to come in, evil changes you, gets you to drop your values, draws you in, and before you know it, you practicing evil. The same evil who years before you said you would never be around. Every time somebody see you, you're doing it. God said, let me deal with it. You just worry about me and what I want, and let me deal with what goes around you. As long as you rolling with me, Even if the earth is crumbling around you, I got you. And if you don't believe that, you're not a child of God. And if you don't believe that, you are a punching bag for evil. You're a punching bag. Because you're going to constantly keep putting your face out there and saying, hit me. Let's continue on. God says, no weapon that is formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against you in judgment, you shall condemn. I'm ashamed that I used to be in the road sector. But I needed the donations. And when you did that, people donated. I think God understood that. And that's why I was never out roasted. But now that I don't need it, if I would have continued on, now I don't need the donations. If I would have continued on, what I have, the same protection. Everywhere I go, I take y'all with me. I don't keep many secrets from y'all. I'm pretty much an open book. Don't you think that evil would have been took me down if I didn't have God's backing? Be honest. Don't you think that I would have been run off? I want y'all to imagine. We demobilize 4 or 5 times a week. How many times have I had somebody from my city in the chat? There are videos up of me giving people the channel name and asking them to join the chat. They never do. Why do you think that is? How many times have y'all seen somebody from Baltimore come in the chat? I remember when Triple was trying to get me to link up with some woman from Baltimore, and I told him no, I don't be bothered. He was like, oh, she crazy. You don't bother with her. I was like, no, she too close. Nobody other than that woman that's in England right now is the only person to ever come after me that actually lived in my city. And she was on the other side of the world. Why do you think that is? God watches out for his people. We out doing mobile lives. I took y'all to the low-rise projects. I took y'all to the areas with the $500,000 homes. I took y'all to the $1 million properties on the waterfront. We have never been bothered. I take y'all places that most black folk don't go. We never been bothered. How is that? Am I lucky? I'm barely 5'7". I'm not muscular. I'm disabled. Yet never get bothered. Look at that money. Y'all hear about people fighting in the park and meeting up here and meeting up there? Ain't nobody ventured to Baltimore. Lord knows I invited enough of them. Nobody came. Why is that? I'm just lucky. People were flagging me. God was like, leave it alone. Y'all were telling me you need to flag back. Flag back for what? Let God handle it. For all the people that made fun of me, the majority of them got issues. Every time you see me, I'm smiling. I'm in a good mood. Everything is great. My biggest problem is where's Davy kitty litter and cat food at? That's my biggest problem. That literally is my biggest problem. You got problems. You live in the project. Did you see me have a problem going through the project? But they were trying to say you didn't pay your rent. We had videotape of me buying the money orders and filling them out and putting them in the box. That's not a problem. You ain't heard nothing since though, have you? That's been my biggest problem. I had to be patient. Some people say, well, you need to set more loftier goals. God has me where he wants me. Go tell God that. Don't tell me that. Well, you should be doing better living in the project. I was paying full rent since 2015 when I wasn't supposed to be. I'm much better off than I was. Better off, not worse off. I'm not worried about what's going to come. I know I'm going to be all right. And the only way I'm not going to be all right if I ignore the will of God and I listen to the people around me. If I allow evil to come take control of my life. If I stop living for what God wants me to do. Those of you that follow me, you know, both my biological parents died in their 40s. I'll be 53 this year if I make it. I've outlived my parents. You know what the difference is? They didn't get treated for the ailments. As annoying as it is, dealing with medications, dealing with the doctors and all that crap, it's the reason why I'm still alive. But you'll let somebody tell you, you can do better. Hey, 42 and 45, I'll be 53. In 2 more years, I will have outlived, it'll be out of 10 years. I'll live 10 years longer than my father did. But see, you let people try to compare you with somebody else. I don't worry about what people say. I worry about what God says. That's why I don't get mad when I come and there's nobody in the chat chatting. They out there following the evil. Let them go. I'm not willing to go with them. I don't want them around me. Don't bring me no evil. They still watch the show. I hope they enjoy it. But I'm not going to be drugging. You're not going to drag me into the evil. I'm in the light. I ain't trying to go back to the darkness. Some of you love the darkness. Well, I love it. But why I gotta go with you? Some people like jumping off bridges. I'm gonna jump off a bridge too. I'm just saying. For all the people that keep talking about they can't live without having sex with different people. Go check out an AIDS hospice. I've been the one, you've been the one. Go talk to the people. Go see how they suffering. See if you have the same outlook. Saying it to you. See, you let evil show you the good side of something. Check out all the sides before you make a decision on what you're going to do. I guarantee you. Right now, ain't nobody draining me. My biggest worry is if I get on the elevator or somebody's sick, get on there with me. My biggest worry is when I get into the lift car, like I gotta do Tuesday, was somebody in there before me had the monkeypox. When I sit in the doctor's office, I sit in the chair. Did somebody have something before I sat down? Now, I try to be careful, but I'm not worried. Because God ain't going to let nothing happen to me that I can't handle. See, that's the difference. That's why I'm not afraid to go anywhere. That's why I don't worry about other people. I worry about God. As long as I'm worried about God, God has to be worried about me. If I'm not worried about God, God ain't got no tie to me. I'm open season to the devil, his fallen angels, and to the demonic people that walk this earth, and to the animals. Let's finish this off. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. Let's close that window. I missed on something. Alright. Told you I put up everything on mine, I put it up at random. I didn't even know where it was. What does it mean that no weapon formed against you shall prosper? Isaiah 54:17. Well, I told y'all what I think, so let's see what somebody else says. In Isaiah 54:11-17, the prophet Isaiah delivers a message from God about the restoration of Jerusalem after its destruction by the Babylonians. Hey, I was right. The people will be in chaos and confusion, but the Lord promises a future day when the city will be more glorious than ever. God's people will return to their land and live there without fear of further devastation. No weapons formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue which rises against you in judgment you shall condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is from me, says the Lord. Okay? All right, now I broke it down. Let's see what they got to say. And saying that no weapon formed against you shall prosper, God promises the people of Jerusalem that no enemy will be able to produce successful weapons against them. The word prosper here means succeed. The previous verse gives context. See, it is I who created the blacksmith who fans the coals in the flame and forges a weapon to fit for its work. I said that, so I was right. I was right. And it is I who have created the destroyer to wreak havoc. In other words, God is in charge. He created the one who creates the weapons. And he will see to it that whatever weapons are wielded by Israel's enemies would be ineffective against them. This promise will see its ultimate fulfillment in the millennial kingdom of Christ. So hold on a second. Wait, back up a second. Okay? So I was right. He created the one who creates the weapons, and he will see to it that whatever weapons are wielded by Israel's enemies, or your enemies, will be ineffective against them. All right, thank you, Holy Spirit. You was right on the money. The promise in Israel is often applied to God's children today as we deal with spiritual enemies. No matter what the devil devises to throw at us, in the end, it will fail because God is the sovereign ruler of our destiny. He gives us the shield of faith. I said that. With which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Ephesians 6:16. The good news translates phrases Isaiah 54 like this. But no weapon will be able to hurt you. You will have an answer for all who accuse you. I will defend. I don't know why this is here. I don't know how to get rid of it. We'll just work around it. Yeah. The Good News translation phrases Isaiah 54:17 like this: "But no weapon will be able to hurt you. You will have an answer for all who accuse you. I will defend my servants and give them victory. The Lord has spoken." The primary thing the Lord wants to communicate in this passage is that God is our salvation. Even when bad things happen to us, when we feel defeated and crushed by our enemies, we can trust and not be afraid. God is our shelter and strength, always ready to help in times of trouble. So we will not be afraid, even if the earth is shaken and the mountains fall into the ocean depths, even if the seas roar and rage and the hills are shaken by violence. Psalms 46:1-3. Even if our city lie in ruins, a deadly disease wreaks havoc in the world, the economy fails, and we lose our jobs, the Lord Almighty is with us and He will save us. God is in that city, and it will never be destroyed. At early dawn, He will come to His aid. Nations are terrified, kingdoms are shaken. God thunders and the earth dissolves. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Psalms 46:5-7. A weapon is anything designed to inflict harm. In 2 Corinthians 10:4, that we have been given tools to fight against our enemy, but our weapons are not ordinary ornaments. These weapons we fight with are not with the weapons of the world. On the contrary, they have divine power to demolish strongholds. Often the enemy hits us with spiritual strongholds of confusion, depression, anger, anxiety, fear, temptation, and loneliness. But the Lord has given us His word as our sword and faith as our shield. His word is our sword and our faith is our shield. Proverbs 30:35, Hebrews 4-12. And we have His spiritual armor to protect us. Ephesians 6:10-18. God is in command. He controls both those who make weapons and those who use them. The battle is not ours, but the Lord's. Can I read that again? I said that several times. God is in command. He controls both those who make weapons and those who use them. The battle is not ours, but the Lord's. 2 Chronicles 20:15, 1 Samuel 17:47. He has already won the contest through Jesus Christ. He has defeated the final enemy who is death and purchased us for eternal life. 2 Timothy 1:10, see also Isaiah 25:8, Hebrews 2:14, Revelations 1:18. The Lord will protect and uphold His children no matter what we face and help us through the final victory. Isaiah 41:10. As God's people, we can be confident in the Lord's ultimate triumph over every enemy. In Isaiah's time, as in all the history, and in the future in its fullest sense, every child of God can say, "No weapon formed against me shall prosper." The way I do these sermons is not right, but it is. You're not supposed to tempt the Lord your God. Even if you can pick up something and go bust your enemy in the head, you shouldn't. You should let God do it. Unless that person is in your face trying to do harm to you, physically, bodily harm, then you should ask God for the power to overcome that person. But I like to do my sermons, I like to go first and pick things at random and see if it match up. See, I ask the Holy Spirit to guide me. And then I test the Holy Spirit. And I shouldn't do that. You should not test the Lord your God. But I test because I want to know. When I'm reading it just like you hearing it. When we go look at other people, are they backing up? Is what the Spirit telling me to say? Is it telling me the truth? That's why we never been crossed up. That's why nobody don't come challenge us. we challenge ourselves. And you notice I say we, because it's not me. That's why my teachings don't match everybody else's. I teach from the Spirit. Anybody have any questions? I don't teach what some other man taught me. That's why I don't sound like nobody else. Now I was showing y'all how the projector look in a well-lit room. And we have the light on over there, but we don't have the bright lights on right now. So y'all tell me, how does it look? $35. $35. Hey, here's Kenneth Burns. What he's showing today? You can mute that. What's he showing today? If we wasn't playing music, I would have had the volume up. He must be making a lot of money. I gotta give it to him. That's nice. He put a screen on the floor. That's nice. That's why I said, if he ever want to send me something, I'll do a demonstration. Check this out, y'all. He making a lot of money off that screen and that paint that he sell. I like the LEDs going around the house. I'm in an apartment. They can come in here any moment and say, hey, you got to move to another one. I would never invest that much money. All them LEDs and stuff. But if I could see somebody else do it, I wouldn't do it. I had to be a homeowner. Because once I put all that up there, it's staying there. It ain't coming down. If I had to go through all that, it's staying there. It is not coming down. But like I said, we got the cell phone set up in between the two lights. Like yesterday, I was showing everybody that if you can't afford to get them fancy screens, get yourself a navy blue sheet and put it behind a white screen. But I ain't got that kind of money. One thing, I go to the bathroom. I don't want to get flagged. Let me put one of my videos on. Did anybody check out the 360 video from the last ride? Did anybody check it out? 5 views. Y'all been saying to yourselves, come on now. In a row. At the end, both of the house in the bad winds. We had winds from 20 to 50 miles per hour. And they stopped at 9 o'clock last night. And we made out. see y'all for the second day in a row. It was cold last night. It was like 38 degrees. Now it's like 60. Oh, it's nice out here. One thing never changed though. This is like all the way long. Let's see. It's still got 17 seconds on it. So if I get up, hello. Like crazy. And the course is cars out here. That's not right on. You literally. Can you still see? Good water, everybody wanna come out. You see? This is a nighttime video. Come on, let's go. Bathroom real quick, yeah. But let's take a look at a daytime video. Keep in mind, the camera is in between two lights. Y'all see the reflecting off my hands? Turn the light off. If we sit here in the dark, everything looks good. Everything looks good if you're in the dark. Now, I got a light on over there. But I don't know if it's coming through on the screen, but look at the blue. Look at the blue on my sleeve. Look how that color is coming out. Look at the Raven logo. $35. Talk to me till you blue in the face. $35. 10-foot screen. You want to tell me? It ain't worth it. Switch to a projector. don't go next. You know you don't go next. Say, you don't go next. You know that. They always want to take you there. They always want to show you these 4K and 12K videos, and we can do that. They want to show you these four, because I guess they want to show you the best. They're supposed to be 12K. You know, good way ain't no damn on 12K. YouTube is not going to do it in 12K. But it's supposed to be 12K. Dolby Vision. But let's see what it is. 4K. It's in 4K. That says real 12K. But look here. Real 12K HDR, right? Then it says 8K vision. So is it 12K or is it 8K? Oh, you can mute that music, please, before we get flagged. Y'all know that they've been flagging us on the music from these videos. But that's in 4K. This supposed to be 12K too. So let's take a look. How does that look there? $35. 120-inch screen. 10 feet across. 5 and 5.5 up and down. Is that worth $35? Check this out. They always say that only the expensive home theater projectors can produce black. Does that look black to y'all? They say that office projectors can't do black. Does that look black to y'all? Let me pull the phone up here and take a look myself. Do y'all see black? They always say that it's light gray, that you never get black. It look black to me. So what would happen if I was to walk over here and turn the light on? Turn on these two lights. Can you still make out what's on the screen? I'm looking at it on the phone right now. I can make out what's on the screen. Keep in mind, I have the lights on. I'm going to show y'all something. We're going to direct the light. It's two to choose from. We're going to direct the light. Those of y'all that think that there ain't no light here, I'm directing the light to the phone right now. How's it look now? I'm actually directing the light down. I'm holding this up, and I'm directing it to the light. Because see, I can stand here because it's up there. But I'm directing the light to the phone. Does it look brighter? I just want y'all to see that that light is bright. This is how the cheap projector looked in the dark. So I can have the lights on and see what I'm doing. And I had to be in the dark. But if I wanted to be in the dark, all I would have to do, remember, let's find something. They always do this fiction wildlife. Can we find something that got some real color in it? Can we get something that got some real punch to it? Let's see, does that have real color to it? Let's try something with these. You never see videos like these. Can you see the red and the blues? Or do they look pink? To me, they look red. I don't know what the phone's doing, but let's turn the light off and take a look. We'll turn the light off and take a look, and then we'll take a look with the light on. So the light's off right now. Right now the light is off. I'm actually standing right next to the phone. Right now the light is off. The light is on. Light is off. Light is on. Light is off. Do you see a difference? Light is on. Light is off. Light is on. Light is off. Light is on. Light is off. On. Off. Is it watchable with the light on? Can you shop with a projector? Can you shop with a projector? Do you have to have a little TV, you have to have a phone, you have to be sitting in front of a computer monitor? Can you actually do your shopping? That's Davy's cat food that they say got delivered to me. They got delivered to somebody else. They gave me the tracking number was given to me. Let's do some shopping. If I actually wanted to step up, let me see. Let me play some music or something. I'm ready to do some shopping. Welcome. Let's go backwards. I'm buying down something. It's getting late. Oh, it's only 8 something. There we go. It's not too loud. Uh-oh. Excellent. Alright, so can we shop with a 10-foot screen? Look at that, 710 UI. We get it for Christmas. We ain't paying no $3,000. That's a 585. We got a 695. That's a 696 UI. See, you want UI. I got a 685 WI. They want 650. $801, 675. That's what we got right now. Parts only. But that's what we got right now. Never buy parts only. That's a 1470? Hold on, 1470? Wait a minute. We gotta check that out. Copy. There you go, projector central. lumens. This is only 3,500. Boy, got a laser. The laser light source can last for 20,000 hours. Oh man. What? 2,500,000 to 1 contrast ratio. Are you serious? I want these clarifications. This is about like 4,000 anti-lumens of white, 4,000 anti-lumens of color. Resolution 1920 by 1200. Full HD is 1900 by 1080. Laser. They got a laser. 20,000 hours. 30,000 on eco mode. Are you serious? 30,000 hours? Hold on a sec. What's 30,000? Hey man. $30,000 divided by 24. 720 days divided by 365. Wait a minute, I messed up. It would last almost 2 years. On eco mode, that's what I got my projectors in eco mode. And it's not in normal, it's in eco. But it would last 30,000 hours, which would last almost 2 years. 1.972 years. I mean, you spend that money, you ain't got to buy nothing for 2 years. have limb shift? Does it have Dolby? They got 3 USB ports. Does it have Dolby? That's crazy, that's laser. That's crazy. $1470 UI. They want 8 something for that one. What? But that's the way it is. Things are never gonna change. But that's the way it is. Hold on, is that the same one? If that is, I'm buying that. If nobody don't buy this, I'm buying it. Hey, the watch list. I don't think that's the same one we just looked at. We already found out right now. It only got 475 hours on it. This will be a steal. This will be a steal, seriously. Copy. This will be a steal. That can't be the same projector. We already found out right now. It can't be the same projector. It gotta be something different. Hold on. Projector Central. Is it the same one? That's all I want to know. No, it ain't the same. No. So what was different? What is it called again? That's a 14. Oh, UI. That's a difference. That's a WI. We got tricked. That's a WI. That ain't much better than what I got now. Yeah, we got tricked on that one. That's a WI. Didn't I put in UI? Yeah, I put in UI. I'm going to say, that's still down to third. That's a WI. That's WI. I'm looking for WU. $1,300. Damn, $1,200. What's the stats on this? What was the Texas, man? That's not what I typed in. Hold on a second. That's not what I typed in, though. This must not be no good. I'm making you play. Hold on, Jack. Hold on. Keep this here. That's a UI, but I don't know which one it is. Oh, they lying. They lying. That's a 455. I don't like being lied to. Yeah, I say you out right there. A lot of real. Oh, they XDA now. Nah. Alright, well, we're gonna leave it alone. We're gonna leave it alone. I hope y'all enjoyed my version. Let me see what the stats are. There ain't no stats on it. I love making 2 different beats. Well, that's my trademark. Alright, I'm gonna leave it alone. Who's that handsome devil right there? Still out of stock. $200. Still out of stock. Yeah, I could get this one. It's only 150, but like I said, it's gonna be outdated. Did it have like a furnace? What about pre-owned? They ain't got no pre-owned? No pre-owned phones? Alright. Oh, is this still on 5G? Take it off 5G. That's out of stock. Went to the iPhone. Yeah. The iPhone gone. iPhone 11. So, they got iPhones. Like I say, if I'm gonna pay gas stock anyway, I was gonna pay 126. I'm not gonna pay it with the 150. So ain't nothing needed to trap out there. But can't say that look. Can't say that look for y'all. It is a time trying to get this projector lined up because I got it up. I got the screen up too high. And then I'm doing 120 inches. It holds to 100, so I'm stretching it. And by me having 3 screens, remember we got the 100-inch white on the wall. Then we got the sheet, and then we got 120-inch screen over top of that. With the orchestra, everything got to be right. And then I got the desk in the way, but I make it work. Still trying to get it perfect. Even watch something as simple as this. Look at the red in the uniform. I don't know if y'all can see that on your screen. I think that's orange. Look how it pops out. That cheap projector can never do that. Look how the colors just pop. I don't know if y'all can see this. This phone backed up. That phone ain't helping. Too far back. I have no idea what they're doing. They always talk about you can't get no black. I see the black. All right, so I'm ready to get out of here. Y'all have a great night. For those of y'all who watch and those of y'all who might watch later on, y'all have a good one. But before we go, I'll do the test one more time. This is light off. This is light on. Light off. Light on. Light off, light on, light off, light on, light on, light off, lights on, lights on, lights off, lights on, lights off. All right. So that means if I turn the lights on, I can. And still be able to see the screen. That, like I say, for $35. Can't beat it. All right, y'all. Have a great night. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace, everybody. We out. I'll do the test one last time. I'm holding the phone in my hand. Lights are on. Lights are on. Can y'all see that? Lights are on. Lights are off. On, off, on, off. All right, so y'all have a great night. Thanks for watching. We out. Peace.